Alright, Primoz, I want to say one big welcome to the show, mate. Thank you for coming here, sparing time with us, ready to drop your value bombs and share your story. But before we actually jump in, my listeners can say welcome to you. So, firstly, please say hello to them, and second, tell them something interesting about yourself.
No problem, man. Thanks, Nikola, man. Hello, everybody. Yeah, my name is Primoz Lazar from Slovenia, from Europe. The interesting thing about me is that I'm pretty wise in what I'm doing. I've got great vision, and I'm pretty realistic about the things and so on. Yeah. But you can ask me more questions. I'm going to answer and tell you more and more about me.
Just want to point out, I'm Bulgarian. You're from Slovakia or Slovenia?
From Slovenia.
All right, so we're brothers left right here. Okay,
Definitely.
so let me ask you now because I think it's really interesting. What is your story?
Yeah, man. Look, man, my story is unique. It's really unique because I grew up as an above average child. So things were sorted out for me, and I was like advanced in primary school. I was really good, okay? My grades were excellent, but then someday I went into the high school and just lost my purpose, and the life just went the other way, and I started hanging out with friends who really took me to the other places which I never wanted to go. So I blew it all up, and I left the high school as well, and I couldn't find myself again. I didn't have any vision, didn't have any purpose, didn't know how to continue, and then I wanted to launch my business, and I failed and failed, and I owed some money to my dad, and things were pretty rough, okay? But someday I got a new job, okay, here in Slovenia. So it gave me an opportunity to work from home, and actually I started returning all the money to my dad. I stopped hanging out with my old friends, and I actually became neutral again, okay? But the average was not enough for me, okay? So I had 2,000 euros in my pocket, and I decided to leave Slovenia. Okay, I never knew anything about the outer world. I never knew anything about how the other world looks like. So I bought a ticket to Australia. Okay.
Ooh.
And yeah, so with 2,000 euros, I bought a ticket for 1,100 euros. I bought the passport, and I came to Australia with almost no money. And with those 500 euros left, I bought an apartment for 2 weeks, and I was without cash already in my first week there. So I didn't know what to do then, and somehow I found a new job, and that was car wash job, okay? Because there was nothing else that you could do there to get paid cash on hand, okay? So I was working in that job for 3 months, and I saved enough of the money to buy a student visa. Okay, so I became a student there for some pretty cheap college, and I completed the business diploma there after that. But that's not really important. So 3 months into it, yeah, I got student visa, and I was miserable in that car wash job. I didn't know how to continue. So somehow I just stopped going there, and I was broke, okay? I didn't have any money. Even the credit of some more money that I had an option to have from Slovenia was run out. So I was completely broke there, okay? Going from bill to bill. And somehow I got a new job there. And that job changed my life because it was a job in a wedding industry. I'm a photographer and filmmaker, and I'm very good at it now. And I started working with that family business, and there is where I learned how the success works, okay? Because this business was so busy. I have never seen such a busy business operating pretty good, okay? People were calling them, people were coming in, and we had like Friday, Saturday, and Sunday we had a wedding, okay, and I'm a photographer. So and plus on top of that, it was so busy there that they had like 3 or 4 weddings each day. So the team of people was big, okay. It was like 25 people working there, okay, part time. But I became one of the main people working there. I became like their son, all right. I became like part of their family because I was really good. They loved me, and I learned everything quickly. So I went from the miserable guy to becoming pretty efficient. So I learned how to speak English professionally. I learned how to communicate with customers, how to lead people. So I learned all these basics, okay? I learned how to, kind of operate the business in some way. But yeah, that was not enough for me. So I became unhappy because the job, working for somebody else and doing that kind of shift, the regular shift just didn't fulfill me. And I decided that I will need to do something on that. So I started developing a business model on the side, okay? And I decided on my biggest goal, my life goal, okay? I asked myself, what is that thing that I want at the end of, in 30 years time? So I set that huge goal, and I asked myself how I'm going to achieve that goal. So I started creating a business model that will support someday me achieving that goal, okay? And
Yeah.
so you could ask me a few questions, but look, after two and a half years of working with this family-owned business, with this successful business there, I quit working with them, okay? And then I started on my own. And yeah, now I'm here. The story got even more complicated after that, but I can explain you all what happened after that, after you give me some questions and we clear up, how my future is going to be evolved and so on. So what do you think, Nikola?
Well, I think it's a pretty a traveling story, not gonna lie, from like, Europe to Australia. I mean, that's a long distance, man. And I mean, why exactly Australia? What made you go to that continent?
Yeah, I mean, I didn't know, man, that. Okay, the thing was that I only had one friend that I knew that is overseas, all right? And the energy that I felt from that friend, she's a girl, and stuff like that, it was just like, that's maybe my only escape. And I asked her, is there a way that I can come out to Australia with 2,000 euros? And she said, man, look, try, man. It's up to you. So that was only escape for me to go, okay? And that's why I went there. And I asked her even, do people speak their English? And I was happy because people spoke English there, so I could learn the English language. So yeah, that's why I went, because there was no other way to go to. I just knew one friend and I asked her if I can come there.
Yeah, but like, I've been reviewing Australians, and their accent is kind of different than the American and English accent. And the
Definitely.
British accent, it's like so thick, and they're like noise, not nice, and like, it's like a funny accent, but I love it. So how did you
Yeah.
actually like adapt it to that,
To the accent, you mean, or to their style of life?
to the accent?
Look, man, I don't know because look, honestly, Australia is a very mixed culture as well. Okay, so yeah, of course you got some British Australians and stuff like that, which is fine. Okay, I didn't even know about these differences before I went there. Because I was not educated. Okay, so I didn't know. I didn't even know that Americans have different English accent than Australian ones. I mean, I lived in this Slovenian world. Okay, and I didn't see out much. Now we got social media, you can see everywhere, you can follow things, but at that time we didn't have any things like that. Like that was 8 years ago. So I didn't know about the accents, but there is a lot of Asian people, a lot of Greeks, a lot of Italians, Lebanese people, Arabic people, all of different sorts of people, some Latinos. So I didn't know about accents, but if I need to say that, look, Australians are more like, let's say, stiff people, all right? So Americans, they are like funny, happy. They go all over the place. But Australian ones, they are, more like very probably polite, or I'm not sure, So that's something that I didn't fit in as well so much. Okay, I more fit into American culture because I'm very organized person. Okay, I'm very like I don't know, but I don't want to be stiff, So that's why I didn't fit in so much into Australian world, but I like American world, so it's it's different.
Yeah, definitely. And I get your point. But right now, we went to the journey to when you found out what you want to do with your life. But let's go
Yeah,
after you found it out. Talk more about your business journey.
good man. Yeah, good question. So, man, I developed this model which actually is based on MLM. Okay, it's based on network marketing, but because soon I recognized that it's all based on people, and I can leverage other people's time and everything. And so the biggest model that I have is based on the building a huge network. Okay, but on the other side, I started learning about digital marketing, about internet, about social media stuff, and I started learning about the American world, the leadership, the business development. I started following some American gurus, and I started learning, man. And I tried to launch my business model, the biggest business model. The name is Premium Life, all right? Premium Life. I tried to launch that business hundreds and hundreds of times already, and I failed and failed and failed because the product was never good enough that would be accepted by regular average people. So I didn't even know who's my target market, and I changed all these kind of perspectives of this business model. Just never worked, never worked. And I never gave up, man. I was always looking forward, and I knew that I'm going to make it work. So I started also learning about sales, business growth, and all this stuff. And then I combined this business growth knowledge with that model. Okay, I understand that this is a little bit confusing right now. Okay, because this is not very great story, but I needed to find out that my market will be the entrepreneurs, the business owners, those people who are already above average, those people who are looking for something even greater, but they are already committed. They want to grow. They want to achieve better things in life, because my potential client is not a person who is a loser, who is drinking, who is having too much fun with their friends, who is not organized. I don't like this lifestyle, and that's not my ideal client. My ideal client now are professionals. Okay, so I didn't know about this for a long time, and that's why my model never succeeded. My model never succeeded. For last 2 years I've been developing this model, and it just never took off. Okay, and if I'm really honest to you right now, still didn't take off till today. Okay, because now I actually need to prove that I'm a great business owner, that I'm a great the leader. Okay, so I need to prove that the business program, which is the main product of the Premium Life, is actually working on myself, and then I can be coaching other people how to succeed in business as well. Okay, so look, right now I'm talking out from my new office. Okay, I'm back in Slovenia, came back from Australia, and this office right here is a great environment for me to do sales out of it. Okay, the business locally was registered 2 days ago, so the business is registered only for 2 days. Okay, and I'm already making sales calls. I've been doing this for the last 3 or 4 months anyway, but now I'm really pushing it hard, doing sales calls, calling the business owners and selling them my services. Okay, so I will be on this journey right now to be proving that I'm a great salesman, that I'm a great business owner, that I know what I'm doing, that I know how to lead a team of people, they follow me, that they see the vision, you know, and so on. So I'm proving this right now. And beside of that, I'm going to be networking with the Americans across the world and selling them my business program, which is the main program of the Premium Life. Okay, so I'm going to go with these two legs in hand. One is a local business and one is an more online platform. So one by one, I'm going to prove that I know what I'm doing and I'm going to succeed in what I want to succeed. And I'm doing pretty great because I've been learning for the last 3 and 4 years, and I'm just studying and learning and learning. So pretty rough job to do, but come on, man, we can do it together, you know. We can always do
Yeah.
something great. Yeah.
Yeah, you can always learn for free and from YouTube. I mean, people like Gary Vee put massive content almost every day. You can just go out there and learn something. Like, ask Gary Vee for DS shows, no that. It's just free way of learning. I mean, you don't have to just consume constant information of reading if you don't
Yeah.
want to. Even though, yeah, you should read, but if you are bored of it, then you can just go to YouTube and watch some educational content. But
Definitely, you can watch it. Yeah.
But I want to point out one thing. You dropped your first value bomb for today, so congratulations, which is you need to find your ideal client. But in order to my listeners to not repeat some of your mistakes, even though mistakes make you what you are today, how do you
Yeah.
think they can find their ideal client?
Yeah, man, there is few approaches to that. I mean, look, first of all, you need to ask yourself, what are you good at, okay? And what could you offer to the world? I mean, that's one part of it, okay? And then you will need to decide of who you want to serve, and then you will need to find that niche of the and what's the problem that these people have, okay? I mean, how I found who's got a problem is I saw these business owners who don't run their businesses efficiently, okay, and they're lacking on operations, they don't have time. So I actually recognize the problem, okay, and the problem needs to be big enough that's worth of solving, okay, because I mean these people will need to pay in exchange. They will need to pay you the money in exchange you solving their problem, okay? So yeah, you just need to recognize what are you good at and recognize what the market really needs and how can you add the value. Something that you have needs to be the very valuable thing. I mean, you will need to go through the trial and error, but it's better to decide than not to decide what's your niche. It's better to start somewhere than never start, you know. I mean, look, you need to identify who do you serve. You need to know how old are they, what they're doing, what's taking them the time, and I mean, you just need to know these people who got your problem.
Yeah, but like when you're trying to find a problem, I mean, you said clear, you need to seek how to provide value in the market. But some people, like, I've actually saw that from what I researched, sometimes the smallest quote unquote problems are actually can have the biggest solutions. So, like, where do you seek the problems to solve?
Look, man, I already know who's my ideal client, okay? And I'm actually not working with the people who have not decided yet, who have not developed themselves yet. I mean, I'm working with people who already recognized what they are good at. So I cannot give you this advice, okay? I cannot give advice to a loser. I'm just talking about, not talking to you, but to whoever is listening. They will need to figure out on their own, okay? I mean, that's not my ideal client. My ideal client already knows what would be their niche, all right, and what they are good at. So maybe that's a wrong question for me. I don't know how can they start seeking. Man, look, man, people need to open eyes, all right? They need to recognize what doesn't work well in life and so on. They need to figure out if they can have solution. Man, I went through this trial and error for 2 or 3 years, and I didn't know where to seek the solutions. So I just started creating and trying and testing and failing and figuring it out, you know. So maybe that's not the right question for me, but try to ask me anything else, you know.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I was just trying to, figure that out because we can't just go into your future without figuring out, how you found out what will make your future. But anyways, now
Yeah,
let's go into the future. You said you want to network with Americans,
yeah,
but like I want to ask you that question.
yeah,
From let's say I'm a business owner, but what
yeah.
do I experience? I am in Eastern Europe. Eastern Europe is dying. It's not good for business. I want to move to America, but how can I adapt to that new environment, new competition, and everything?
Look, man, there is many things, you know. First of all, you need to know that nobody really cares where are you from, you know, and stuff like that. So you can easily become one of them, you know, not just of Americans, but of any new environment that you're coming in. You just need to start talking as they're talking, thinking as they're thinking, acting and working. But look, man, I honestly, let me tell you something. I don't really like all the American parts, all right? You need to know that American country is also average country as any other country, okay? There is many of poor people, okay? But what I'm seeking in that life is the entrepreneurs, the business owners, because that's kind of the biggest English-speaking market that I can access right now, and they are like 3 or 4 years ahead of us with, you know, the internet, social media, and all this stuff. So that's why I'm seeking that market, you know. That's why I want to go there, and it's not really hard to go there, you know, because we got this thing called internet, and you can do everything online. You can network with people online, you can chat to them, you can reach out, and you can, I don't know, schedule interviews with them just like this, or you can sell to them, you can get them. I mean, look, man, another thing, I got a specific sales process that I follow, okay? And if you go through this sales process, man, you can expand your network, you can figure out people's problems. I'm really good in finding out what somebody's problem is. I can go really deep, you know. I'm really good at that. You know, I couldn't advise you how can they choose their niche, okay? But when they have something, when they're working on something, I can exactly know what's their problem. So I could actually rather ask you, you know, Nikola, and talk about your business, and I could help you, but we are not going to do this on this call right now. And I could, you know, find the issues and the problems in what you're doing. But yeah, don't worry, man. The American market is just there. It's and I want to go across the Europe as well. You need to understand that, and the England and also Australia. But I don't want to touch Australia right now because it reminds me of my you know, business, of the development of myself now. I want to avoid it for around 3 years. But I don't have issues with talking to those business owners as well. Don't get me wrong. I don't have issues to talking about it. I don't care where people are from. You know, I can always network and just do the great thing, you know. So yeah, cool, man.
Yeah, yeah. You mentioned development. Australia reminds you of your development as a person. So I want to ask you now, how do you like? How do you self-develop yourself? How do you self-educate yourself?
The easiest thing that I do is, man, I watch YouTube every day. I watch YouTube every day because look, when I eat, I watch YouTube, okay? When I go for a training, actually I got access also to some very expensive American courses, okay? I bought many things. So I'm studying those courses while I'm driving my car. I have my phone on my car holder, you know, and I watch YouTube there, and I listen. I mean, look, I got AirPods. Maybe you don't know that, okay? You can't see the picture, but I'm using my AirPods all the time, man. I'm just filling myself with the information. I study specific American leaders, the people, and I can talk like them. I can already network with them. I can do everything, man. I just need to prove that I'm a great salesman, that I'm a great business leader, and that I have something to show them, some proof of concept. And man, believe me, I can win this game. And I mean, everybody can win the game if he or she develops himself or herself to this point that you got all information in your head and it's all organized, man. Look, things, the business, everything needs to be organized. Otherwise too much information will never serve you, but the organized information, that's going to serve you very well. So that's why for my businesses I put everything down into the processes, and I can exactly follow, let's say, the sales process and increase the sales at any time. So that's my answer to you. You just need to watch and learn. You watch YouTube, everything is there. Buy some courses, learn and study and build out from it. Very easy, but you need to commit.
Yeah, I like how you put it. Like you said, organized information is what matters. So by organized information, I believe you mean like writing down what you learn. But like,
yeah. Specifically, man.
like,
Yeah. What do you want to ask?
I mean, I want to ask, how do you learn exactly? Do you like write it down, or you just remember it in your head and you implement it
Yeah,
right
man.
away?
Yeah. Look, certain things, okay, I would write down, okay. One time I studied a great sales course, all right, from, let's say, Jordan Belfort, the sales straight line or something, okay. So I studied that course and I made like 20 pages of notes, okay. So I got it here, okay. But usually I don't write, man. Let's say if I listen to Grant Cardone or Gary Vee or anybody which I watch on the interviews, man, I just fill myself with all the information and I just pick up what I need. And actually I rewired my subconscious mind, okay. And I'm gathering the information, and I developed the feeling, the emotion, which I dance around of, and this emotion is so strong now that I'm actually accessing all this knowledge, all this information at all the time, because through the emotion is when you get, when you are the emotion. So, man, this is great, when you can actually become something, and yeah, I just know how the life operates. I just know how these things operate. So I learned a lot through the experience.
So we talked about your development, your past, your goals, but now I want to dive deep into how you plan to accomplish your goals. What is your process of accomplishing them?
So, as I told you, okay, I got the local business and I got my online business, okay? My local business is called Business Success Leap Agency, okay? This is the business that I work with the business owners online. So my ideal customers are business owners. But my online business is the Premium Life online networking community, okay? So with these two businesses, I'm going to achieve everything that I want in my life, okay? The Business Success Leap Agency is a combination of a few products that I'm very good at, okay? I'm very good photographer and videographer, so I create promotional material for companies, the sales videos, whatever, and stuff like that. And then I do the digital marketing stuff. I created and developed the online conversion system, lead generation system, and stuff like that. And on the third thing of my Business Success Leap Agency is that I'm a business consultant, okay? So through these services, I help local business owners to increase their brand awareness and to improve their business performance and to increase their sales, okay? So that's what's my sales pitch, okay? I got the exact sales pitch written down, and it's so sufficient sales pitch that I can actually get new clients for me every day. And these 2 days for me were so successful, man. I made many new appointments for next week, and the sales that I learned are so good, and I'm really good at it, okay? So that's one side of it. The second side of it is, I don't want to go too deep into that, okay? But the business program is very much, the Premium Life community is very much connected to this local business, okay? And they're going to support each other. So the first thing that's going to happen for me is I'm going to achieve $10,000 a month with my online business, which means I need to get 100 people paying $100 a month, okay? So that's 10 grand a month. And with my local business, I'm going to do the same. okay, 10,000 euros a month of sales, and that's going to support like people of five, a team of people, 5 people working with me. Okay, so when I reach these destinations, I'm going to hardly start prospecting and recruiting new business owners into the My Networking online community. And I'm going to teach them how to do the same coaching and accountability knowledge and to how to lead other people through the same business program. So everything is going to start duplicating itself, and the network will grow, and there is going to be so much value that someday in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 years time, we are going to hit the numbers that I always wished for. Okay, and yeah, of course, I will go to US. I'm going to network with everybody there as well locally. I'm going to travel the world, and I'm going to hit the numbers that I have written down. You know, I got the exact 30 years vision written down, what I want to achieve in 5 years and in 3 years and 2 years and so on, you know, which that's my vision, and I got it written down. So we'll see how it all works, you know, out.
Man, I love that you organize your goals. I mean, organizing knowledge is amazing, but organizing your goals is just pure wow. Okay, I
Yeah.
have a few more questions. We're going to wrap up that amazing call.
Yeah.
Alright, my first question is, which is the social media platform you think is the best to network with people?
So, you know what? Look, man, you can network through kind of all of them, but look, man, you can do it through Instagram. You know, DM is good, but then I always get people to either Facebook Messenger, or I get them to any private stuff. But yeah, LinkedIn as well for business owners. You know, of course, Facebook is like the main thing where you can stay in touch with everybody. And yeah, I don't know about YouTube much, but I mean, you cannot private message there. But come on, man, all of the social medias. I don't know about WhatsApp and Snapchat because I'm not there too much yet. I'm not that young. But, I mean, I will start using them as well. But you know what? You can network on all of these social medias, and that is where the sales process starts. You know, and then you just need to get them to a discovery call, and on the discovery call, you need to provide them already with some value, and then sell to them your main product on that discovery call, and so on, you know. So you need to get somehow people on that strategy sessions, the discovery call from any social media platform.
All right. So my next question is, we did an amazing conversation here. So I want to ask you if you know someone, somebody, or anyone who would have an amazing conversation like we did right now. In other words, who do you think would be a good fit to come on my show?
Yeah, man, Pablo, man. Pablo, man. Pablo is my man, man. He's my access to US, man. Other than that, I don't know who of the I don't have any of the big names or whatever in my in network right yet. I mean, I got few, but I don't feel to anybody like such a big emotion that I would share anybody with you. You know.
Yeah. Yeah, but now it comes the biggest question though, which
Yeah.
is I mean, you need to listen now. How can my listeners contact you?
Yeah, man, pretty easy job, man. Just search my name on Facebook, search my name on Instagram or on YouTube or on LinkedIn. Primoz Lazar, Lazar, Primoz. You know, you can find me anywhere. So, I mean, I can get more specific. You know, I got websites, I got emails, you know, but yeah, just chat to me anywhere on social, and I'm going to respond, you know.
Alright, Primos. Here we may say goodbye, but I thank you for the whole conversation. It was an amazing experience. One more step to the success. Every guest is just one amazing learning step to the success for me. And I salute you for it. I hope you have an amazing day. I am having right now, and I'll see you next time.
Thank you so much,